Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to learn about reduction and oxidation. In short, it is called redox reaction. R-E-D-O-X. RED stands for reduction, or X stands for oxidation. Okay, so before I move on, what is so special about redox? Redox, uh, the one special thing about redox is this reaction, there will be a transfer of electron. Transfer of electron is what makes our electronics possible. For example, in order for us to use our smartphone or laptops, we need a constant supply of electron. Okay, so redox is happening in your batteries. Okay, the reaction provide a constant supply of electron. Okay, however, in Form 5 SPM, okay, there is 4 definition of redox. Let me just quickly write it down. Okay, definitions of redox. How do I tell whether it is a redox? Okay, so there's a 4 definition. Let me just write this down. Okay, this is my oxidation. This is my reduction. All right, so let me just draw it in. The very first definition of redox, it is in terms of oxygen atom. When I'm undergoing and when I'm experiencing oxidation, when a substance is experiencing oxidation, it will gain electron. When a substance experiencing oxidation, the substance will gain oxygen atom. However, during reduction, the substance will lose oxygen atom. Okay, this one is easy. Of course, oxidation, I have addition of oxygen. Number 2 is easy. Okay, number 2 is also easy. All right, it is in terms of oxidation number. We are gonna look at this later on. The oxidation number for oxidation, of course, will increase. Okay, the reverse will decrease. Okay, in reduction, the oxidation number will decrease. The third one, this is very important, right? In terms of electron, in terms of transfer of electron. Transfer of electron. Okay, I do short form here in the exam, you guys don't do short form. All right, so for oxidation, I will lose, or I'll donate electron, I'll lose electron. For reduction, I'm gonna gain, I'm gonna accept, Last but not least, all right, this is the not so popular way. All right, I have my hydrogen atom. In terms of hydrogen atom, during oxidation, I will lose hydrogen atom. However, during reduction, I will gain oxygen atom. So this is 4 definition of redox. Okay, if they are asked in exam, okay, what is redox? You want to write chemical reaction. Okay, chemical reaction where oxidation and reduction occur simultaneously at the same time. All right, so this is the definition for redox. It is a chemical reaction where oxidation and reduction occur simultaneously. We can tell a reaction is a redox reaction by looking at the oxygen atom. or by looking at the oxidation number. Okay, transfer of electron, this is slightly tricky, but then we will be able to look it too later on. Okay, let's move on. Okay, let's move on. Let us see one example. Okay, how do I determine whether it is a redox reaction based on oxygen atom? Okay, let me write something here. Okay, in terms of oxygen atom. All right, this is my first one. I'm just gonna put I here. Okay, so in terms of oxygen atom, let me give you one chemical reaction. So I have my magnesium react with carbon dioxide, produces plus carbon. Let me just balance this thing out. I have two oxygen right here. All right, so I can see that straight away for my magnesium atom right here, I have increase of oxygen. My magnesium are becoming magnesium oxide. Okay, so what I can say, I can write something. Okay, I'm just gonna write substance oxidize. This is equal to my magnesium because oxidation is happening to the magnesium. Of course, when I have something oxidized, I will have some substance that is reduced. What is reduced here? I'm going to see in terms of oxygen. I can see my carbon dioxide having two oxygen atoms, and then at the product, they do not have any oxygen atom. So this is my carbon dioxide. It's my substance which got reduced. Okay, let me just put an arrow here. Magnesium becoming magnesium oxide. Okay, oxidation happening here. And then I have my reduction happening here. At the same time, I can find out which one is my oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent is and always be my reduced substance, which is my carbon dioxide for this case. What is the meaning of oxidizing agent? It causes magnesium to be oxidized. So carbon dioxide causes magnesium to be oxidized. Be oxidized. All right, and then I have my reducing agent. Of course, if my carbon dioxide is my oxidizing agent, my reducing agent will be my magnesium. Explain why magnesium is reducing agent. Magnesium causes carbon dioxide to be reduced. Be reduced. How do you tell whether magnesium is oxidized? I can say it increase in oxygen atom because there is increase in oxygen atom. For carbon dioxide, it decrease in oxygen atom. Let me just scroll up a bit for you guys to see. Okay, so oxidized substance, oxidized oxidized substance, reduced substance, reducing agent, and oxidizing agent will always take place at the reactant side, at the left side of the reaction. Let us stop here and then we will continue for the next one.